All right, everybody. We are back with this week's episode of Black Geek Energy. Pro Freak.
Yeah, that's a Smino album. Or it's not his album. It was a song on his last album.
And you just had to have that shirt.
Mm-hmm. That's sure I don't want to wear. He got an album coming out soon, or just had one come out.
Okay, so sing the song.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Of course. No, sing the Pro Freak song.
Um.
Mm-hmm. All right, don't worry. That is not it.
He got a. Oh wait, no. This is from a while ago. Never mind. No, he didn't have it. I'm completely mistaken. Smino does not have an album coming out. His last album came out in like late last year. I'm completely wrong.
Damn.
Spotify for giving me late news, y'all.
Damn. Okay.
But this song, Pro Freak, is from his Love for Rent album back in like 2022. And I got the shirt when I went to his concert that he had out here in the Bay. Me and my friend Evan went.
So, we got a lot to talk about.
We do.
First of all, I want
to. It's been a while since we had an episode together.
I know it's been like 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. Yeah.
It's like you don't even want to be here anymore because you got tired after 100 episodes and now you're acting funny.
No, I mean I just have other life to live, you know.
Well, I would like to hear about some of that other life. What has been going on with you this past 2 weeks?
Shit, I went to Coachella. That's like the biggest. That's like the biggest thing. It was great. I had a really good time at Coachella, but we camped, and camping was horrible. Camping, I've always hated camping in theory. Now I hate it in practice.
Okay.
It is not a fun experience. I don't see how people do it and be like, "Oh, I'm so relaxed." Like sleeping in a tent feels like and sounds like sleeping outside.
It is.
There's no difference. Like you might as well just like blow up your air mattress in the woods and just lay down.
But that's what y'all did, right?
No, we had like a canopy with like the little tarp walls, and then we had a tent that was kind of like halfway inside the canopy. So we had layers between us and the outside. But like if somebody was walking around, or if like the wind was blowing, which it always fucking was, then it sounded like they was in the tent with you. Like, yeah. But Coachella's a great experience. Like if I were to do it again, I would want to do like a mini RV, try to make it more like glamping, or get like one of those mattresses that you can lay out in your car. Because the camping one for me, because the wind would be blowing so hard at night. You would have like 3 blankets on the bed, and still be fully clothed in the bed, and not like light clothes, like not like some shorts and a t-shirt. Like we got on like jogging pants and a hoodie under 3 blankets in the bed. That's how cold it would be at night.
Wow.
Because remember, Coachella's in the desert, so the temperature from sunrise to sunset is like crazy.
Yeah.
And then if you weren't out of bed, if you weren't up out of your tent by like 9 o'clock when the sun was up in the air, it was blazing hot in the tent now. And you were all that to say, the camping was the worst part, but Coachella was fucking amazing. I saw T-Pain, I saw Big X the Plug, Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla. I'm gonna get me a shirt that say "Glow Nigga" because I'm a fan. I made that up while I was out there. I ain't never seen a Glow Nigga shirt, but I feel like that shit it'll fly off the shelves. We got to go ahead and make it, Jared. Put it in the BGE shop and have like a little BGE logo on it.
Okay.
Glow Nigga.
We gotta do one for all the Megan fans too.
I mean, I don't know that one. I ain't come up with a good one for Megan fans, but saw 3-6 Mafia. That's 3-6 Mafia set was hella good. I saw Shabuzi. Shabuzi was surprised. I knew Shabuzi was gonna be good, but I didn't know he was going to be as good as he was. Like
Mm.
I was like, damn. I was like, Shabuzi, maybe we want to go listen to like some more country music.
Yeah, that's how I felt after Beyonce.
Mm.
Um, so you didn't like camping. You want to glamp next time. So you're saying that there will be a next
Probably, I mean, probably because
time.
we went this time and like we missed so many of the people that we had like wanted to see because we made like a little set list beforehand of like here's our must sees, here are people that we really want to see, and we missed a lot of things. So like there's a thing called like both Coachella where people go to both weekends of Coachella,
Mhm.
and that way you can like see everybody you want to see one weekend and then just fill in the gaps next weekend.
So they said that second weekend it was like barren, like nobody was really there.
Oh no, that second weekend was packed.
Mm,
It was packed.
mm.
Thousands of people.
Okay.
Thousands upon
Okay.
thousands. But what I did see on the way in there, um, like it was on a billboard too, like driving toward Indio, California, where Coachella is. It was a billboard that said weekend one pretty, weekend two ugly. Because all the influencers and like the pretty people go to weekend one Coachella,
Um,
and then everybody else goes to weekend two Coachella.
mm.
hmm
So did it look uglier to you?
It looked this. Having never been to a Coachella before, it looked the same.
Okay. Okay.
And but Shauna, my girl, she's been to multiple Coachellas and she's been to a weekend one before, and she says the only difference is that the people are meaner. The people are meaner in weekend one. Like people are more assholes. Weekend two is like more fun. People are like chill. You know, it's
Okay.
very much like community while you're there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, one more story about the wind before I.
Okay.
So the wind was blowing so fucking hard when we
Oh
got
my
down
God.
there.
You are so mad about the elements.
The wind was blowing so fucking hard. Like, first off, we get down there Thursday night, so the wind blowing hard. It's cold as fuck. We set up the tent. It's not setting up the tent was easy, surprisingly, but the wind is already cooking. The next day, Friday, we go to a bunch of shows. We start to come back toward like sunset around like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and the wind once again is blowing. Only this time, it is blowing shits. It is blowing folks' canopies and tents away.
That's crazy.
Like you might see like the odd loose tent just like blowing across the campground. You saw like 30% of the canopies turned upside down, completely unrooted from the ground.
Mm-mm.
Our neighbors next to us, they their canopy blew away and flipped on top of ours. And I'm like, we gotta like detach their canopy from ours because like if the wind keeps blowing they shit, it's gonna take our canopy away too because theirs is caught on ours. But yeah, that didn't happen. I was like walking back, there were so many legs in the air, it looked like you was in a strip club. It,
Legs in the air?
because the canopy legs would be in
Oh,
the air,
okay.
they upside down.
Okay. I thought like people were
Mm-mm,
being tossed
mm-mm.
by the wind.
No, 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 no. And then folks was shitting in the shower, Jared. They had shower trailers, which were pretty dope. Not that big a deal. It's like using a dorm room shower. But like the second day that I went to go take a shower, they had dudes out there with like the megaphones, like, "Yo, if you shit in the showers again, we shutting them down." And the guys had like three people shit in the shower on three separate occasions. Guess how many the girls had?
How many?
No, guess. Take a guess.
27.
Oh no, but you're a good guesser because they had fucking 10.
Mm.
The girls had 10 different shower shits.
So what was the matter with the bathrooms?
Nothing was wrong with the bathrooms. People just wasn't. I guess people just. I don't know. I think my theory is that people were on drugs and they just couldn't hold it. So when they got in the shower, they just had to release it. Theory two is that people just didn't give a fuck. They didn't want to go because a lot of the bathrooms were just porta potties. They didn't want to
Oh.
go use the porta potties for just shat in the shower.
That was stupid.
hmm Because if they shut down them showers, I'm leaving. 'Cause I'm not just gonna sit out here dirty.
Right. So you were only out there for 2 days, right?
No, it was from Thursday to, and then we left Monday.
Mm,
So Thursday night
mm.
to Monday. It was a long time.
To be outside?
Hmm.
Marcus, that's insane.
I know, right? That camping shit is wild. But like you can people there are people who get like Airbnbs that are close enough to like walk, but they say that's like an hour affair. It's like between walking and getting into the festival, that's an hour walk. But there are also like shuttles that just come pick you up from your Airbnb, but then you like wait an hour in line. The best move is really to camp so that you can just walk onto the festival ground, 30-minute walk, walk back to your little campsite. You can do in and out and shit. You can go take a break in the middle of the day, and rest and recharge.
Not while they pooping in the showers?
Hey, bro. I
Well, the
never
right
saw I never saw or smelled the shower shit, but they
oh
was
my
pretty fucking
god.
adamant. They was pretty fucking adamant.
So, get back to work, and how is the rest of your week?
Yo, but I was exhausted. Like we got back Monday night,
Mhm.
and so we woke up Monday morning at like 9 o'clock. We partied till maybe like we went to sleep at like 5 a.m. Woke up at 9, broke down the campsite, woke up to a police officer being like right next to our campsite, like, hey, like y'all know y'all gotta be out of here by 10. And it's like, we know, but we're gonna move as fast as we can and we're gonna leave when we leave. Like, and then like the folks we camping with, like everybody else woke up except for one girl. And he's like, oh, she's gotta wake up, she's gotta look me in the eye and have a conversation with me. Do y'all, does she need like medical help? And we're like, no, she's just asleep, bro.
Mm,
Like you doing the most.
exactly. This is an actual police officer, was it a
Yeah, on a
security
horse,
guard?
Jerry. An actual police officer on a fucking horse.
In the desert? Oh my god. Okay.
So we break down the camp. We woke up at 9 a.m., break down the campsite, drive back to LA, and we in mad traffic. So that to LA is supposed to be like 2.5 hours, taking us like 3.5, 4 hours to get back to LA.
Mhm.
We drop off all the camping gear, we go to the airport, drop off the rental car, back on the plane, we get back to San Jose at like 9:30, back to the
PM?
house. PM. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Get back to the house probably like 10:30. And for the rest of the week, Jared, I'm exhausted. Like that first night in bed was like the first like really complete and fulfilling night of sleep I had in like 4 or 5 days. And then that shower that I took when I got home, the cleanest I had felt in the same amount of time. Um, But for the rest of the week, like that Tuesday, I'm supposed to be working. Man, I keep falling asleep, and I'm working from home,
Mm.
so it's all good. But I keep falling asleep. Like I can't stay awake to save my life. I go to work the next day, and like from pretty much from like when I get there till noon, I'm in a fog. Like folks talking to
Mm.
me, and it sound like the
Troy
Peanuts
Brown.
teacher. Yeah,
Mhm.
womp 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 womp. I'm like, yo, like I'm trying to look at my screen. I can't see. I can't make out the words. Like, I didn't feel like myself until, like, Saturday for real. So, like, yesterday.
Dang.
Like, Friday evening Friday was pretty good. Friday, I felt pretty rested. But, like, Coachella's a fucking whirlwind. Like, day 1, I was like, "Yo," I was like, "I'm already pretty tired," and I know because we had did, like, a whole day of shows at that point, and I was like, "Yo," I was like, "I'm
Mm.
pretty tired, and we got, like, another 3 hours of shows, and it's already cold as fuck out here, and I know when we go back to the campsite, I'm not gonna be able to, like, really rest for real because we still gonna be outside."
Yeah.
And Shauna's like, "Oh, see, this is like my kind of festival. Like, you ain't on my level." And I was like, "Apparently, I'm not. That's
Mm-mm.
okay. I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable with this being like my maximum level of party of festival of Raven because this is exhausting, and we got 4 more days of this shit."
Yeah. That's crazy.
But no, it was great. It was great. I would do it again. 10 out of 10 will recommend.
Yeah.
Maybe nine. N- 9 out of 10 would recommend because the camping is like you got to be. If you already a camper, go for it. If you're not, it's gonna be a adjustment. It's gonna be an experience, but worth it. A worthwhile experience.
Mm-mm. 'Cause that's pooping in the showers and, uh,
Apparently, that
getting
doesn't happen every year. It just happened. The year I went.
and then getting the wind outside and all that stuff. Like I need to when if I can go to sleep at night, I need to be able to rest. So
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't sound like a enjoyable experience for me. But
Mm. I mean, you gotta
yeah,
go glamping. You gotta like sleep in the car or like get like a mini RV or something. Because I did see
okay.
folks that had the mini RVs and they would like sleep in the RV or like they'll have like a little like makeshift tent on top of the joint. Like the RV has like a panel on the top that lets up and makes like a room up there. Like them shits look comfortable.
Well, I would have to do that or get the Airbnb. I don't mind the hour travel. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, the Airbnb is gonna be expensive though.
If I have enough money to be at Coachella, I have enough money to get an RV.
Hey, that's real. That's real. That's how I feel. And
Yeah.
then yeah. And but you don't get no breaks. Like if you in an Airbnb, like once you go into the festival, you in for the whole day.
Hmm. Okay. Well, we'll see. Well, I'm never gonna do Coachella because
Why not, Jared?
Beyonce already played that one. There's nobody I want to see that bad standing outside all day.
Oh, really?
Nobody I want to see that bad.
Hmm.
Not one person.
What about 5 people?
The answer is no.
Aside from Beyonce, there are not 5 artists, music artists that you want to go see
Nope.
at the same time. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Cool. Well,
Nope.
hey.
Well, my week was. Well, I'm like just gonna. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, Demarcus. I'm about to get fired.
For what?
I'm about to get fired. Um, I've come to the realization that me and this boss, we don't get along. We don't
Mm.
see eye to eye. Because,
Mm-hmm.
like I said it before, he has a fully foreign team. And these people are Indian and Nigerian and whatever, but they're really
Mm.
passive.
Mm.
So he talks to them any type
Mm-hmm.
of way. He makes them work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. I'm
Uh-huh.
not doing that. I'll give you
10
8 hours.
hours, 6 days a week. So this is America. We got rules against that for now.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm not doing that. So he has called me multiple times, and I have told him I'm not doing that task because that's a boomer ideology and
Mhm,
it's not
mhm.
going to work for what you're trying to do.
Right.
And I have told him, like he called me the other day, I was yelling at him. Like, no, that's
You
not
was
going to work.
yelling at him?
Because he was doing that thing where he wouldn't allow me to talk and he was cutting me off.
Mm.
And you know that that's my trigger.
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
So I was just like, oh no, I'm not taking this from anybody, especially after what happened to me with Atlanta.
mhm,
I'm taking this to anybody. So I'm about to get fired.
mm.
Just letting y'all know. Just letting y'all know. Me and my because he doesn't want us to talk behind the scenes. Like he doesn't want us to talk. Like he doesn't want us to be friends.
Mm.
So me and my coworkers behind the scenes have been talking, of course, via text and LinkedIn messages. Like he's crazy, and if you need somebody, you can call me. If you need a reference or anything, and yeah, I've been responding to their references. Like,
Okay.
no, no, not at all, not at
That's
all.
crazy. But Jared, I feel like we all knew something was going. We knew there was another foot to drop because of the way this hiring process went.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
It's like, why am I still getting new things to my job description
Mm.
and having to revamp my whole team's job description. I'm like, why am I doing this? These people have been here for years. Why are they getting their job descriptions revamped? So,
Is there like a reorg going on? Is it like everything
no,
changing?
no, no. So, it's a whole bunch of stuff. So, yeah, just to let you know, I can't
Mhm.
sugarcoat it. I'm not even fired.
Golly, Jerry, you just got this damn job.
I know, I know. But it's about
Mm.
to come down because I didn't work it yesterday, which is Saturday.
But it's
Um,
Saturday. You're not supposed to work on Saturday.
they all did. Like I was
Mm,
getting new meetings for Saturday. I even got one today. I'm like,
mm,
no. Like I have to turn my Outlook and Teams on do not disturb
mhm,
after 5 o'clock because I'm not answering them. And then he he called me on Easter evening,
mhm,
that Sunday. He had like, I'm gonna answer that. He calls me after 8 o'clock.
mm.
And then like I had to delete WhatsApp
Where
from my
where was he
phone.
in the world? What time is it for him in the world?
Manhattan.
Oh, so it's y'all in the same time zone.
Exactly. He's like, he calls me from WhatsApp. I had to delete WhatsApp because I'm not even dealing with WhatsApp.
Mhm.
He started calling me on my personal cell phone. So now he doesn't call me at all. He tells somebody to tell somebody to
Mm.
tell me what he wants. So I tell somebody to tell somebody to tell him, no, I'm not doing that. since that's
That's
how since that's what he wants to do.
that's petty.
Mm,
It's petty of him and petty of you to that for y'all to be like using somebody. I'll be like, no, I'm not your messenger. I'm not
yeah.
your PA.
And they can do that, but they don't. They're like, okay. Cause like, no, I'm not doing that stuff that he wants me to do from 1986. Because the people that convert, they not converting like that. So
Mm,
I'm not wasting my time.
mm. I do think that at a certain point there has to be some level of enrichment from you, education, because that's not what you he doesn't know what you know. That's which is why he hired you. And
No,
so,
he does know what I know. I've tried to tell him, but he always cuts me off for these conversations. And then this last conversation, he said that he can do my job better than me. I was like, so okay, so I don't need to be here. So I don't
mm,
need to be here, right? He was like,
mm.
he was like, well, I don't know about that. I'm gonna give you a chance. And then he sent me a PIP already. So I'm about to
How
be
you
out the
just
door.
got you ain't even out of your probation period. How you on a PIP?
Exactly.
Oh, Jared.
Exactly. I'm on my PIP because I interviewed for a marketing position. I got hired for a marketing position. I'm doing marketing job. On my PIP is a whole bunch of sales things.
Mm.
So he's adding stuff to my job description to get me fired. You're the boss. Is New York an at will firer like Georgia
I think
is?
so.
Like you don't have to do all this.
Let's look it up.
You don't have to do all this mess.
But he got to have like a paper trail. He got to have enough to prevent a lawsuit should you decide that you're gonna sue.
I'm not gonna sue him, but he don't have to do all this mess. I am not about to sue that man.
Yeah,
Is it at will hire? Is it at
yeah.
will fire?
It's at
Okay.
will employment. Yeah,
Okay. So you can just let me go. So now I'm just waiting for him to let me go
so you can get unemployment.
so I can do something.
You're the second. Well, you didn't specifically say that, but you're the second person to tell me I'm waiting on a job to fire me instead of just leaving a job.
Because that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna that's what's gonna happen. So anyways, Demarcus,
Mm.
that's what I've been dealing with this week.
Golly, Jerry, that's a lot.
Did you see Sinners?
I'm seeing it today after the pod.
Mm,
Hmm.
okay.
You
Well,
already seen it?
yes.
Okay. I've been seeing a
Uh,
lot of good reviews. It's been making a lot of money, and I'm glad.
Me too.
I'm mad at the damn headlines they've been giving it though.
Me too. Variety saying that will it ever make the 90 million that it was
And it's
budgeted for?
like
And it's like
it's
for
like
60 million for original content story. What are you talking about, you stupid white
right.
people?
Like the first weekend
Catherine,
it made like 45 million. It's like it's halfway
it
there in the
made
first
60.
week. In
It
the first
made
weekend,
60.
60.
Yes.
So yeah, like at the end of the weekend when I saw the story, it wasn't at 60 yet. But um yeah, if it's already that's more than half. That's two-thirds of what it took to make the movie. And it's
Right.
got at least 3 more weeks in theaters.
Right. And then of course all the extra stuff.
And then all the shit, and then like, the DVDs, if they still do
Mhm.
that. I don't know if they do that. The
They
download
do.
shit. Goddamn, international. It's gonna make way more than 90.
Right.
And it only took 90 million to make. That's a good. It looked like a good ass movie.
Yeah, plus
The
it's a
only.
period piece, and those are
True.
the more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Demarcus. Now's the time where we put our listeners or watchers, because
Mm.
we do have watchers, we put them on to something. Put them on
Watcher.
to something that is,
We got some voyeurs. We got some perverts.
oh God, we're doing this in video. What are you talking about?
Oh,
But it's time to put people on. They can be put onto anything in media, podcasts, movies, TVs, books,
board
whatever.
games, video
Board
games.
games, video games, whatever. Um, so yeah. And this is sponsored by our good friends at Movie Pass. Can you tell them something
Yeah.
about Movie Pass?
Led by Stacy Spice, who we had on the previous episode. Y'all
I
should go check
know
that
that
out.
was a great episode.
A great episode. He was so much fun to talk to. Um,
Hmm.
but MoviePass is a subscription-based service meant to make movie going easier and more accessible for everyone. And the whole shtick is that you pay a monthly fee, and then you're able to go see a number of movies based on the level of subscription you have. Um, Even at the lowest one, which I had a while ago, I was seeing 3 to 4 movies a month, depending on how you spend those points that they give you. They send you once you sign up, they're going to send you a movie pass card, which is a MasterCard. You use it just like a credit card. Once you unlock your card in the app after choosing the movie that you want to see that day. Um, yeah. Anything else, Jared? That you want to say about Movie Pass?
Look, Stacy said that you did that so well that he was going to do it, and that he was going to sign up, and he made the company. So I can no longer say anything about these little things that you do because they are perfect according to the founder of the company. So
Mm,
you were great.
thank you, thank you.
But this time, I'm going to put people on to this new game I started playing called Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It is a
Claire Obscure.
Yeah, it is a brand new video game. What happened is I got my Xbox Game Pass back.
Ooh,
So I got it because they got Clair Obscure, South of Midnight, and Oblivion 4, which is
they got South of Midnight on the Game Pass.
yeah,
Is it on the PSN too? PSN Game Pass?
no.
Okay, but it's on Xbox Game Pass.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna fuck with that.
Yeah, so they got 3 games I want to play. They're gonna get more games this upcoming summer, so I just went ahead and got it. Um, but Clair Obscure 33 is a turn-based game from these French people set in France in the future or something. I just look,
Hmm.
I,
It's a
I
French game.
look, I just completed the prologue.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure what this game is about, but the story seems fun. The battle seems fun. It's like quick. It's like Legend of Dragoon, where you have to click something and it
Mm.
happens, and you get like extra
Mm.
damage on it. But you can also click something when something hits you, and you could like block or parry or whatever. So
Ooh, and it's called Clay Obscure.
Claire Obscure, Clair Obscure 33, and it's a brand new game. Just came out like 2 weeks ago. And I just started with the prologue, and it's pretty fun. It's a pretty good RPG. They said it's like 35 hours if you want to do
Okay,
everything. Um,
that's a pretty tight. It's a pretty
yeah,
tight timeline. I like that.
yeah.
I ain't gonna play it
Um,
for the rest of my life.
and then they said that South of Midnight is just 7 hours.
Ooh.
So I did want to get that one, and they
Okay.
said that Oblivion is Skyrim, so we'll be playing that until Skyrim comes out. So yes, those are the next 3 games I'm going to be playing. But yeah, Clair Obscure is what I'm playing now,
Clay
and I like
Obscure, South of Midnight, and then what was the third one?
Oblivion.
Oblivion, Skyrim Oblivion. Okay. Until the next Skyrim comes out.
Yeah, because Oblivion is the game they made before Skyrim.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm
The
waiting
Elder
on
Scrolls Oblivion.
yeah, Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to put them on to?
Yeah, I watched this new anime, and it's from last. I think it's from last like anime season, and by which I mean if we're going into spring now or we're going into summer now.
We're in
Spring.
summer now.
We're in the summer now. Okay.
No, no, we're in
No, we're
spring now.
spring.
We're
Yeah,
in
yeah.
spring now. Yeah.
Okay. So might have been like a fall 2024 anime. Um
Winter
Winter
was last week.
2024? Winter was the last one, but the one before that was fall.
Yeah. What's the anime, child?
I'm saying it's from the fall. It's called I'm a noble on the brink of ruin, so I might as well try mastering magic.
Mm,
And you know I hate these ones with the long names, which is probably why I didn't watch it when it came out. But
culture, not your culture.
when I watched it, it was actually pretty enjoyable. It's
Hmm.
really fast paced,
Yeah.
and it's all about this dude like learning to use magic and learning spells and stuff, and just becoming like more and more powerful. Um, and he's the kick is that he's like the fifth son in this like very low ranking noble family,
Hmm.
and so like as he starts to like build himself up and become bigger and bigger. The first son, who's the next in line to be head of the family, starts like fucking with him, and they start like kind of clashing. Um, that was like one of the more interesting bits for me. But Jerry, I think you might like it because he does like a lot of magic all the time in every episode. But it's not so much magic battle all the time, but it's magic for like everything.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Hmm
So,
hmm
repeat the name again.
I'm a noble on the brink of ruin, so I might as
Okay.
well try mastering magic.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Mhm, mhm,
I'll check it
mhm.
out. All right, Demarcus, do you have a game for today?
I do have an activity for us. Let me pull it up here. And for those who are just joining us, if you're a first time listening, where have you been? First off, second, so glad to have you here. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here as a geek. And third, the way these games work is Demarcus is the master of games here. He comes up with all the games and activities on BGE. He decides who has the right answers, who has the wrong answers, who are the winners and the losers. And today's game, let me see. Uh, I'm going to call it "That's the Scene" because what I'm going to do, Jerry, is I'm going to show you pictures from different scenes of anime, and you're
Okay.
going to tell me what anime is from. It's going to be pretty easy because some of these are like super iconic. Some of these are like from your favorites, um, and it will not always just be like the full scene. Sometimes it might be like a zoomed in or a cropped shot of a particular part of the scene. And what I want you to do is just tell me what the anime is from. Bonus point if you can tell me what the scene is or what's going on in the story in that part of the anime.
All right, fine. See, this is the type of thing I be talking about, Demarcus.
What do you mean?
This type of thing I'll be talking about. You do these things that you know I'm not going to win. That
Hmm
you know I'm not going to succeed in.
I don't know
And
that,
okay, yes you do. Yes you
but
do. All right, cool.
I don't
All
know.
right, Demarcus, since we want to embarrass me today, um, we can.
I don't want to embarrass you.
All right, cool.
I don't want to. That's not
I
what.
don't even have my phone so I can cheat.
Perfect. Can I do it this way? Great. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want. Let me see if I can just make this full screen. Da da da. There it is. That's it. Okay. Maybe zoom this in a little bit. Perfect. Is the other one zoomed in? Okay, great. No, it's not. But so I'll zoom the other ones in. When we get there, I am going to share my screen with you, sir. If you will allow. I don't know why you always make me have to request permission to.
Demarcus, I do not turn it off.
You don't turn it on.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so here is number one. What scene is this anime from? What anime is this a scene of? Yeah, what scene is this anime from?
That's Demon Slayer
Okay,
boy,
great.
little crybaby boy.
It sure is.
And that's the crybaby Demon Slayer boy.
Do you know what's going on here? Can you tell me what's happening in this story in this part?
This is right after his mom and brother and sister died, and
Mm,
he was mad, and so he tried to fight the demon, and he just tried to fight them with the power of his tears because that's all he does is cry.
that's way incorrect. So let's move it
Okay.
on to number two. Um,
Wait, what's happening?
this this is the first time that he uses the what's the thing called the himakuri, the flame stand, whatever the sun stance his dad
Uh-huh.
uses.
Okay.
First time he uses that.
I like his dad was just a farmer or something that just danced in the woods.
His dad knows some kind of like breath style, and I think it's called the hinakuri, or
All right,
yeah,
whatever.
the himakuri kagura dance or something like that. All right,
Mhm.
for the next one,
Okay.
what scene? What anime is this from? And then, can you tell me what is happening in this scene?
So this is from My Hero Academia,
Hmm.
and this is All Might. And
Hmm.
what was happening is that All Might was so frustrated with Deku crying all the time in every episode that he just did a Detroit smash against him and finally
I'm
killing
gonna stop you
Deku.
there, Jerry, because you even got to finish that. 'Cause that's not what's happening right here at all.
What?
Not at
That is
all.
the scene.
That's not the scene, bro.
Okay,
It's
well,
not what's happening here. This is when he's fighting all for one, and this is his final like United States of Smash punch.
mm,
Hmm.
um, I knew it was something. Oh wow.
Okay. Number three. Can you tell me what anime this scene is from?
Is it from One Piece?
It is from One Piece. What is
Yeah.
going on here?
So I think that in this scene, the guy ate a fruit,
Okay,
but the
stop,
fruit
stop,
fruit. No,
stop.
let me
We're
say it.
going.
No, it wasn't a fruit. It was actually one of the alien parasites from Alien.
Shut
So
the
it
fuck
crawled out
up.
of his stomach after it implanted in him. It crawled out, and then this is the result.
This is very obviously the scene when Ace dies at Marine Ford in One Piece.
I never seen this.
But you knew it was One Piece.
Yeah.
So, hey, you got the point, Jared.
Who is
You
Ace?
Luffy's older brother. Mhm, mhm. Yep. All
Dang.
right.
And he couldn't
Next
even
one.
save his brother. Okay.
Next one. Where is this one from? This is number four.
Uh,
What
is
anime
this
is this scene from? This
is
is a
this
good one.
Naruto? No, it's just Bleach. It's Naruto.
Uh, which one we going with?
Naruto.
Naruto.
Yeah.
Jerry, you should learn to second guess yourself more often because this is a scene from Bleach.
Oh yeah, I remember it now. Yeah, I remember it
Mm-hmm.
now.
Mm-hmm.
I know what's happening in this scene too.
What is happening in this scene?
So in this scene, this character is looking at I forgot
Jared,
what her name is.
I was really excited for you to get this one right. So you can still get a point on this question
Mm,
because you're well on your way to a perfect score. So
okay. So
if you can get the bonus point here, we're back on track to that perfect score.
let me just well, I can't. Um,
You can't Google it. let
but
me
okay.
just let me just
So
cheat real quick.
the character here is looking at the girl character with the fairies in her hair,
Mm,
and she's looking at him seductively with her
mm.
legs open, and the black flames that comes up are the odors that are coming out of from between her legs.
This is Ichigo's final Getsuga Tensho when he's fighting what the guy's name Aizen in Bleach.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what this scene is. The final Getsuga Tensho.
Wow.
Hmm.
So you're saying I was wrong.
Saying you was completely wrong with that. What anime is this scene from? Number five.
Dragon Ball Z.
This is one of your favorites,
Uh,
and I think you might have put me onto this anime.
Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Wow. Yeah, I hate the guesses you make because they just you just pull anything out your ass. It's not even an educated guess. This is from The Promised Neverland.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, I know what's happening in this scene.
Okay, what is happening in this scene?
So in this scene, uh, he was just killed by a monster.
The reason I'm quiet is because if you can give me a little more, I might give you the point for this one.
Okay, he was just killed by the monster, and the nanny came up and was like, "Oh, I see you're dead, and there's
Mm.
nothing left from you. So I guess you're worthless now, little kid."
Okay, so yeah, no, you don't know what's going on here. This is when the other children figure out that they are being killed and sold as meat to the aliens on this planet. This is when they find the first like dead child because the kid had left their like bunny in the when they had the big going away party. The kid left their bunny. There's like, oh, we can like take it back. They go down to the gate and they find the kid like dead and laying on the ground.
So they're aliens. I thought they were just monsters.
Or demons,
Okay.
aliens, demons, like they're not humans and they eat humans. I think that's the point. That's the larger point here.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. Great, great. We got five more.
Okay.
What anime is this?
This is Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes, it is. This is definitely JJK. This one was a super easy screenshot.
Hmm.
So it should be super easy for you to tell me what's happening in the scene.
Right. 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 So this is the scene where in JJK where he's looking at the main protagonist and they realize that they like each other.
Mm, yeah, no. This is when they first reveal uh is it Goto's powers. This is when he first
Mm,
pulls down, takes off the little eye mask and we see his eyes for the first time, and
okay.
then we figure out what he can do. I still don't know what he can do. Even after seeing it and hearing it explained,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. What scene
Oh,
is
this
this?
is ReZero.
This is
And
ReZero.
this is because this guy is the little guy who always hung around the ice person, and he's showing his real powers here that he's like a god amongst men, that he's just like
Mhm.
an avatar.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. That's real close. Give me a little more. Give me a little bit more.
And he's about to kill ReZero, like how he's supposed to be killed in every episode.
Absolutely. That's absolutely right. This is where um old girl has died, the
Hmm.
princess girl,
Oh yeah, he was getting revenge.
and he's like, "Yo, you said you wouldn't let her die, so now I'm about to kill you."
Yeah,
Yep. Good
that's when
job, Jared.
ReZero was good.
Good job. 2 points on that one. All right. What anime is this scene from?
This is One Punch Man.
Hmm. Okay. All right. All right. And what is going on in the show at this point?
Um, Obviously, you can see the guy in the front is looking at
Mhm.
his dick, and
Mm,
the second guy is about to
right.
grab his dick and start to do a furious jacking off.
Okay. Yeah. So this is not One Punch Man, nor is that what's happening. This is the scene from Attack on Titan.
Oh,
And
okay.
what's going on here is um this is when Bertolt and the other guy
Mhm.
reveal that they are the colossal and armored titans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
All right, we got two more, Jared. You're doing great. You're doing great. Let's see. You have 6 points. If
mhm.
you get all 4 points from here on out, you can still get a perfect score. and you only need one more point to win this game.
All right.
So you can win
All right.
just get one more correct answer. But you can get a perfect score if you guess the anime and the scene for the next two.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna do it.
All right. This is number 9.
I don't watch this anime, but is this Hunter x Hunter?
This is Hunter x Hunter, yeah.
Okay.
What is happening in this scene?
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Mhm.
Um, this guy in front, you know,
Mhm.
he's in a crop top.
Mm.
So, he has just been eliminated from RuPaul's Drag Race, and he was
Mhm.
backing up and about to do his exit line, and he fell while doing his exit line. So that's what happened in this scene.
Mhm. No, that's not it, Jared.
All
That's not
right.
it at all.
Have you ever seen Hunter x Hunter?
I've seen all of Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
And what's going on here is the main character, Gon, um, had just found out that his teacher, I forget his name, had was killed by this ant called Pito, and he did his whole power up transformation deal where he turns into a grown ass man and whoops her ass.
What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's why he has a crop top on.
Yeah, because he was a little boy, and then he
Mm,
just suddenly turns into a man, and that's why he got on 2-inch seam shorts and a crop top, and his hair is just like long and straight up.
okay. That's a dumb power up.
Hey, it made him hella stronger. It gave him the power he needed to avenge his teacher.
Okay, last one.
Last one. What scene is this anime from?
Powerpuff
What anime
Girls.
is this scene from? Yes. What anime is this? Powerpuff Girls is not an anime.
Okay.
Or maybe they do have an anime at this point. I'm not sure.
mm,
But anyway, yeah. What's this from?
I'm gonna have to guess Baruto.
Boruto. Okay.
Yes.
And this is not from Boruto. This one is actually from Naruto.
I was about to say that too.
Yeah, yeah. Can you guess what is going on in this scene?
Um, this is when they first decided to be friends, Karama
Mm,
and Naruto.
mm. That's a good guess. That's actually an educated guess. It
No,
sounds.
it's not because they first decided that when he was in jail. And they did the thing with him behind the bars. So not
Mhm.
very educated. I just remembered that.
All right. Well, okay. I'll take it back then. This is Naruto and Sasuke's final battle at the Valley of at the Final Valley. I think that joint was is what that joint is called, or the Valley of the Hokage or something. But yeah, this is their final battle when after they beat up Madara and Obito and uh Kaguya, they already gonna came down and done did everything, and this is that final battle when they both lose an arm fighting each other. Damn,
All right,
good.
cool. That's
Not
what I was
bad, Jared. Not bad. Not bad. This is not bad for you. This is pretty good.
saying. For you. Um,
No, Jared, because 10 questions, you need 7 points to win. I believe you have 8 points. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the dot, actually. 7 on the dot. Um, 6 regular question points and 1 bonus point from the ReZero. Great job. You won this one. You came out on top, big guy.
all
You
right,
know your
so
anime scenes.
I don't need to be commenting on my weight right now. Um, so calling me big guy is not a good thing.
Okay.
But yes, I do know some of my anime scenes, even with the anime I don't watch. So yeah, I did do a good job. And
Mhm.
actually, I just want to make it known that I did not get 6 points and I get 7 points. I got all 20 points because I know everything about everything. And no matter what you say for the score, I am the ultimate winner and I know everything. So
Well, it's already been recorded in the book of Black Geek Energy Games, so
yeah,
we'll just leave it at that.
well, we can
What are we
always
talking about
make
today, Jerry? What's our
we
topic?
can always make amendments, but we are talking today about the the winter season, no, the fall, no,
The
the
summer
spring,
season,
the spring
the
season.
spring season,
That
spring
is
20,
called
spring
spring
2023.
spring 2025 season that's already in session. But first, before I start that, let's go ahead and do a quick recap of what we said last time that we were going to watch. This isn't a very
mm,
long list. So,
mm.
solo leveling. I loved it.
Loved it.
It
We
was
loved it.
amazing. It was
Amazing.
amazing.
One of my coworkers was like, "Oh, I don't like solo leveling like that," and I was like, "You sick."
Yeah, you should have slapped him. Should have slapped him immediately. Ubel Blatt. Just watched the first
Mm.
episode. I don't know what's going on with
It's
Ubel
okay. I
Blatt.
watched the first couple. It was
Yeah.
okay. I'll
Mm,
come back to it, but it's just going to be one of those like I watch in some downtime, and I just like
mm,
watch it all.
yeah. Blue Exorcist. How was that?
Good, loved it.
Mhm.
Great story.
All
It's
right.
and it's getting back to like what I originally loved about Blue Exorcist, which is like figuring out what's going on with these brothers, who are both the sons of Satan. One of the older brother just got his powers unlocked, and he switched to the bad side. Great season, full of surprises. Loved it.
Okay. Fate Stay Night. Fate Fate Strange Night?
Fate, Strange Night. Didn't watch it.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Didn't watch it.
I
I
may
think I
be
was
a
trying to watch the first episode, fell asleep, and never gave it another shot.
yeah, I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. She saw the first episode. It wasn't that great.
Damn.
KJ
Hated.
liked it though.
I thought that that one would be like the Osan, the
Mm-hmm.
Osan Adventure that we watched.
Me
It
too.
wasn't that good.
Wasn't
It
that
was
good. Nope.
damn. Because the Osan Adventure wasn't like peak anime. It wasn't like a triple A anime.
Yeah, but I liked it.
Yeah,
Loved
but
it.
it was definitely fun to watch.
Mm.
Damn.
Sakamoto Days. I liked it.
I liked it too. I haven't finished it, but enjoyable.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Far Magica. How was that?
I watched the first few episodes and it gave like Monster Rancher.
Wow.
Um, I'm trying to think of another anime to compare it to, but it didn't give me what I was looking for.
Mm,
Like it has potential. I imagine it might be one of those that like I just binged the whole thing in some downtime at a later date
hmm
over a weekend. But yeah, to watch week to week, nah, it wasn't it.
Ashura.
Oh, amazing. Loved Aishura. Introduced so many new characters. We're winding up to like the big tournament of heroes that they're about to have. You started watching Aishura, didn't you?
Nope.
Oh,
You kept
okay.
saying so. I just never got around to it.
Oh, that's fair. No problem.
Red Ranger in Another World.
I fell off. I fell off this. I watched a few episodes as it was coming out, and I think I just watched the first 2 weeks of it, and I was like, I don't want to finish this.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not.
I didn't start it. I was just
Mm.
like, it was on my list, but I was like, this is so stupid.
It was, and it was stupid, and it was too. It was because I hate to say it was stupid as a reason to why I didn't watch it because I watched plenty of stupid anime. I watched plenty of
Mhm.
anime that's like, yo, this is ridiculous. Um, and I wanna give a better review, but
Wow.
it wasn't. It just didn't hold my attention. It was too ridiculous for me to take it seriously. And I think I like my anime with a little bit of seriousness.
Promise of a Wizard.
Promise of a Wizard. I gotta see. I gotta remember what that one looks like. Mm. I think I only watched the first episode. I watched the first episode and I could not tell you what happened. It is not memorable.
Shangri-La Frontier.
Amazing anime. I put one of my coworkers onto this one and they said they also loved it. And
You
that it
put
was
me onto it, so
yeah, and it was a great follow-up to Solo Leveling. Um
I wouldn't say all that.
Yeah, yeah, because they had finished Solo Leveling and they was looking for something else to watch, and I told them Shangri-La Frontier, and he's like, "Oh, I'm loving it." And I was like, "How far are you?" They're like, "I'm in the middle of season 3." I was like, or they said it was like halfway through season 2 or almost done with season 2, and I was like, "Yo, that's so much Solo Leveling in such a short time." I mean, there's so much. Um, what we
Shangri-La
yeah,
Frontier.
there's so much Shangri-La Frontier in such a short amount of time. I'm proud of you. But
So
yeah,
so last time I talked to you, you weren't watching the current season that just ended.
I'm finished. I'm
Oh, you're
caught up.
finished. So you're
I'm,
all the way done
I'm
with the
caught up on Shangri-La
yeah.
Frontier. Yeah.
Shangri-La Frontier is really, 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 really good.
It's really good. I cannot say enough about it. Um,
And finally, ReZero, something else that I was watching. It's not as good. It's not as good. He's only died once at the beginning, and I'm like, why is this called ReZero if he's not re-zeroing? He
mhm,
needs to re-zero,
if
and
he's
he's
not,
actually going up against all of these. Like he's going up against like pride,
mhm.
greed, all of
The
these other
witches or
seven headed,
like,
yeah, the other witches, and he
mm.
isn't dying. I'm like, what? Why is he dying?
Does he have
What's
like,
going on?
does he have like some big magic powers at this point?
No, no, he's the
So he's just
same.
like a regular dude.
Like now, he got some little powers, but he barely uses them.
Mm,
Like, what's the point of re-zero if he's not going to re-zero?
yeah, because I like you, Jerry. I did like the first season of the show, and like
Hmm.
a big part of the appeal is like he's dying to like figure this stuff out to figure out how to make
Exactly. E-
challenges.
Exactly. And then in the second season, he was dying so much he was going insane.
Hmm, hmm.
Now he's not dying, so it's like, what's the point?
Yeah. And is it like he's become like afraid of dying and he's like avoiding danger?
No, he's not avoiding danger. He's going into these battles.
And see, I feel like they've taken away the dilemma for him. They've taken away the conflict of this story at
Right.
this
They
point.
have. They have.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go move on to the spring 2025 season. I got 10
God, this is
anime
the
that
longest your
I am
list has
watching.
ever
I
been.
know. I know. It
This is
really
the
is.
longest your list has ever been. There's so many anime
It
that
really
you plan
is.
to watch this
No,
season.
no, not planning to watch. Am currently watching.
Am currently watching, so you
Yeah.
like 4 episodes deep in all of these anime.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
haven't
balls
watched
deep,
yesterday's
Jared.
episode, but the only thing I haven't watched is yesterday's episode. But they're
Jared, that's
waiting to be watched.
you balls deep in this anime, bro.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
So yeah. Because I usually watch all the anime that I say, but you're the one that you say, I want to watch this, I want to watch that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
fake. That's fake.
No, I
Anyway,
mean, I just see things that have potential, and like as the season goes on, it's like, oh, didn't have as much potential as I thought.
okay. So first anime on my list. We gotta go ahead and get out the way. Lazarus, which is a Cartoon Network anime. It's by the
On HBO
same,
Max.
yeah, it's on HBO Max by Mappa, so you already know the action is good. What happens is this great scientist made this great drug, and
Hmm,
it's an addictive, but it really stops people's pain. It helps them heal. So
hmm,
um, he comes back a while later. He says, actually, in 30 days, the first people who took this drug are going to die. I put a little timer in there. And the
hmm,
only way that you can uh, stop this from happening is you got to find me.
hmm.
So now it's the government. They got a crack team of people, and they are trying to locate this doctor so that people don't start dying. It's really good. The action scenes are amazing. That first scene where he's breaking out of the prison is like, oh my god. Yeah, it's really, really good. Are you watching Lazarus?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
4 episodes. 3 episodes deep in Lazarus. The episode just came out yesterday.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. And I was looking for some new anime to watch today. I'm going to watch the new episode of Lazarus.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll do one of you new ones. So it's your turn.
Okay, great. I'm gonna do the episode I just watched today before the pod started. Fire Force is back with
Yeah.
season 3. Are you watching this one, Jared?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking? How are you feeling about it?
How do I feel about it? It looks good. I
Yeah, yeah,
remember liking it. I don't know what
yeah.
they're doing in this show. I forgot.
I think I think they're getting back to it with this season. I think last season was hella slow and hella weird. This season, they in it. They with the shit.
I forgot what they did last season. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
They didn't have a good recap. They didn't have a good recap at the beginning.
Yeah. So I'm like, I would have to go back to understand what's going on. I remember I liked it, so I don't mind going back, but
Mhm.
I kind of am slowing down on Fire Force because I don't know
Yeah.
how they got here.
So Fire Force is about this world where people like spontaneously combust and just burst into flame and die or turn into demons.
Mhm.
Um, and they're all of these like firefighters who are called the Fire Force, and their job is to put out fires, but also stop these demons when they arise. When people spontaneously combust, it's their job to put them down to make sure people don't get hurt.
Yeah.
They figure out in season one that I think they figure out in season one that someone is doing this to people on purpose.
Yeah.
That there's an organization that is making people spontaneously combust, that is changing people into these demons. Then they figure in season two, they figure out that they're changing people into these fire demons on purpose because they're looking for like these special people who have these special connections to their fire god, and the evil organization is trying to like bring God into the world or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and they need these people who have the special connections with God to turn into like um when you if you I guess if you have the special connection with God, you can like control fire in some kind of way so that they can open the portal to get and bring God into the world. That's what I'm getting. That's as much as I got so far, and I'm trying to put together the pieces of what they've given me. But Fire
Yeah,
Force is a great show, and I love
it
it.
is. Okay. Next show is an actual anime that came out in spring 2025 that I've actually seen every episode of. It's
Mm.
called Devil May Cry on Netflix.
I've seen all of that as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how'd you like it?
Devil May Cry is good. It
It
was
was good.
yeah, man. I've played the Devil May Cry games. And while it didn't feel like the original Devil May Cry trilogy, it did feel like the remake a little bit, I think.
Mm.
It felt more closer to that, like more lighthearted. But I guess both of them always had like a lighthearted element about it. But definitely fun to watch. And definitely I think more approachable for a wider audience than the games are.
Yeah, I loved it. I wasn't expecting to like it so much. I said, let me just put this in the background. And I
Mhm.
was like
Locked in.
enthralled in it. Like
Yeah.
there were a lot of black people in it. So that's number
Mhm.
one. And
Mhm.
I haven't played the Devil May Cry games.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
So I don't have that familiarity with it, but I really like this show and
Mhm.
I don't know. I was very happy
It
with the way
was
this
so
show went.
short though.
It was really short and it went by really fast.
Like how many
That's how you
episodes
know
they
it's
give
good.
us? They gave us like 6 episodes?
8.
8. Okay,
Yeah.
but I think they gave them to us all at once, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when we shit tore them shits up.
Yeah.
I finished that before I went to Coachella.
Oh wow. Yeah. Devil May Cry was really good.
Mhm. Damn, I forgot all about that one because I
Mhm.
finished it so fast. Damn, Jared. All right. This is one I have not started watching yet.
Oh no.
But I know I'm gonna like it. Windbreaker. I think I the
Season 2?
yeah, season two of Windbreaker. It came out. I remember this one came out a few seasons ago. I think like last year, maybe like last summer or last spring. And I remember putting you onto it, and you really enjoyed it.
No, I didn't. I didn't
You
start
didn't
watching
enjoy?
those.
You didn't
No.
like it? You didn't watch Windbreaker?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you did. I thought you did. I thought this was one of the ones I told you, like, hey, check it out, Jared. It's pretty good. And you checked it out, and you was like, oh, I like it
No.
because it's a lot of it's
You
about
can
this high school that pretty much where all these delinquents end up going because it's like Cream High School in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You get kicked out of your regular high school, you go into Cream. Um, and the delinquents at this high school make a deal or have this like relationship with the town that the high school is in, where they protect the town from other delinquents that like try to that are like in gangs or whatever that try to move in and like take over.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, the first season they were all about the first season. This new kid is coming to the high school, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna be the top, and so he's gonna his plan is to, like beat up everybody in the high school, but they accept him, and they end up having to just like beat up these other guys who try to like move on the town.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, but it's good. It's like very coming of age, very
Mhm.
working through my anger and trauma, learning how to be friends and care about people, kind of anime, but still a lot of like fighting and action.
Mm.
Not a bunch of magic and superpowers and stuff like that, but still a very good anime.
That's why I didn't watch it. Because it doesn't have any magic in it. But yeah, you're confusing me with your little coworker because I didn't start watching Windbreaker. Mm-mm,
I thought you did. My bad, bro.
mm-mm. All right, the next thing I'm going to watch is not actually anime, but it's from
Mm.
that area.
Mhm.
It is, and I say it's not anime because it's not Japanese,
Mhm.
but but it's a Chinese anime. I've said multiple times on this show, I don't really like
Mhm.
Chinese animes.
Mm.
They don't like gay people over there.
Mm.
It just sounds weird because I'm used to the Japanese language and the Chinese language is
Mhm.
so different. But I am liking and really enjoying this new Chinese anime called Super Cube. What it
Super
is,
cute.
yes, what it is, it's
Where
like
where are you? Oh, never mind. You're watching it illegally, probably.
Super Cube is one of those shows where it feels like, the manga
Oh,
that
you
I
can watch
like.
it on Prime. Okay, bet.
Oh, okay, it's on Prime. Okay, I actually have Prime. But Super Cube is one of those shows where it's like the manga that I watched, I mean the manga that I like,
Mhm.
where, it's like video game and they level up and stuff.
Mhm.
This guy is getting beat up. He gets thrown into a river, and in the river, he finds this cube that gives him superpowers.
Mm.
And he goes into the cube. He can then teleport places. He's growing in strength. He's growing in powers. And there's somebody else who has like a max level super cube, I guess. And he's like
Mhm.
flying around, shooting laser beams out of his face and stuff. And yeah, it's really, really good how he's fighting these different people. He just went up this um, apartment building a la The Raid, which I've said on this show multiple times. I said multiple times, Demarcus, you need to watch. Have you watched it yet?
Watched what?
The
The Raid?
Raid?
Uh-uh.
Okay. Okay. I
It
mean,
doesn't look like Super Cube is on. I'm looking for it on Prime. It doesn't say it's on here. Hold on.
okay. Well, I have anyway, he went up this apartment building like they did in the raid, fighting increasingly difficult, more evil people, and that was really, really good. It's really good. I'm really,
Mm.
really, really enjoying Super Cube, and I'm gonna tell you now, spoiler alert, it's a nominee for the 2025 Georgia Awards for Best Anime.
Already.
Already.
Okay.
Already.
Here we go. Think I don't. Oh, I gotta. So this is gonna be one I gotta watch it legally. Damn. All right. I ain't got no problem with that. Shit, they gonna make turn me to the older Marcus. That's fine.
Okay, so what else are you watching?
All right. All right. All right. Excuse me. I am watching uh Teagonia.
Teagonia.
Teagonia. So humans fight to protect their land from invading demi-human tribes in relentless battle.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh.
So this is about this kid who, like, is just like a regular soldier in the army, or in like the militia of this village, and their main thing is just like they said, protecting their village from like demons. Every so often, there are like special people who like have these divine signets or these divine tattoos that give them like extra power, and so the kid that we're the main character, he has memories from another world of like things that don't exist in the world that he lives in. So like molecules, like the study of atoms, the study of like cells, magic, and like what that is. So he has all of these concepts in his head that other people don't know what they are. And it's not completely unheard of, but um usually when people have these memories and they talk about them, they think everyone else just thinks they're crazy and they just avoid them. So he's been keeping it to himself, but like he's discovering that he has the ability to use magic, and that how he thinks about his world will affect the kind of magic that he can use. At the same time, he's becoming more powerful and getting a lot more recognition in his army, so he's starting to move up in the world. And so he's trying to figure out how to um uh you know balance gaining more power and protecting his village, while also, um, you know, keeping his secret.
That sounds really good.
It is good. It is good. I enjoy it.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta look into that one. Okay, Teagonia, Teogonia.
Yep,
Okay,
Teagonia.
gotta look into that one. Okay, the next one I'm watching is The Beginning After the End. You may
Oh, I
remember.
got that one on my list too. I haven't started watching it
Ah,
yet.
okay. Well, you may remember this. I've been raving about this one since I watched the manga. It was
Mm,
actually, I think it actually won Best Manga 2024
really?
because you don't be paying attention during the Jardo Awards.
I do be paying attention.
Okay. Well, it won Best Manga, I think, for 2024. But yeah, this is really good. It's just like the manga. Just like the manga.
Mm.
They're taking some liberties to because it's different mediums. They're going through it kind of quickly. So they are missing some parts. But it's really good. I'm enjoying it, and I'm a manga reader. There are a lot of people online who are not enjoying it.
Oh, I have started watching this one. I've seen all 4 episodes. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
yeah.
like the things online is like it's not good. They don't like it. It's the worst
Mm,
show for
that's
spring
great.
2025. I love it. I'm
Yeah.
loving it. It's doing everything I needed to do. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, the beginning after the end, and if they continue this pace, he'll probably be at one of the main um points of conflict in the season. And as I said, with the um a manga, this show rivals what's it called?
Michelle
Um
Tente.
what's it called in English?
Jobless reincarnation.
Jobless reincarnation. Jobless
You knew what I was
reincarnation.
talking about.
I did, but I needed to make sure.
What's it called in English? No.
Yeah, jobless reincarnation, and but it rivals that one, but
Mm,
the it gets a lot more dirty. It gets a lot more real. It gets a
mm.
lot more exciting than Jabba's reincarnation. So this is my one. I was like, I can't wait for this anime to come out because it's better than the first 3 seasons of Jabba's reincarnation. I don't know what that last season was. Well, the last season was good. The season before that. But yeah, the
Okay.
beginning after the end.
I think we're starting to see this trope a lot where like they take someone really powerful and stick them in like a weak body, and we have to like watch them gain power all over again.
Well, that's always happened in anime.
Yeah. But I, mean, I feel like we're starting to see that trope a lot more now. Whereas we weren't seeing that before. It's I think it's like a very niche like isekai. Like where before we were just seeing like isekai, like, oh, you're in another world. Now we're seeing a lot of like, okay, you're in another world in a different body, and this body is a baby.
Okay. Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, that's what happened with vending machine, which is coming back.
mhm,
Which is coming back next season. Are you gonna watch
mm.
vending machine next season?
No, I didn't
Oh
watch the
my
first season.
god.
No,
Vending
I'm
machine
good.
is so good.
I'm good. But Jared, my next one is one that I can't believe you haven't said yet. My Hero Academia Vigilantes.
I mean, DeMarcus, I got a whole list.
You do have a whole list. You did.
So I'm checking this stuff off as I go along.
Okay. But Vigilantes is good. It's giving me like My Hero Academia season 1 vibes, and I'm
Mhm,
tingling.
mhm,
I'm tingling, Jared.
mhm.
It's I love it so much. I was watching it with my girl, and she was like, "Oh, it's okay. I didn't really
Yeah,
like My Hero Academia that much." And I'm like, "Man, get out."
yeah. My Hero Academia is doing that same thing for me. I'm not tingling, but I'm like really excited, really happy. I love the new
Yeah.
characters. Love Pop Step. I love the cameo with Eraser. But
Yeah.
I'm just waiting because I know somewhere over the horizon of this intro is the
Mhm.
part I'm waiting to see, which is the battle between the normal looking people with powers and the not normal looking people with powers. So
Mm.
I'm waiting on that.
You think they're gonna tackle that in this anime?
They said they were. They said this
Okay.
is what this is about.
Okay. I'm so excited for that too, because that's gonna be so
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we already saw, if you've been watching the first few episodes, we already saw like a little bit of that when the guy who can turn into an eel was after Pop Step. And he was like, "Oh, I just want a handshake." And then she gave him a handshake, and he was like, "I want."
Mm. I want more. Yeah. Yeah. Well, can't wait for that to happen in
Mhm.
My Hero Academia Vigilante. Now I
Mhm.
know that in it's called My Hero, it's called something else in Japanese. My Hero Academia Illegals. My Hero
Illegals,
Academia
yeah.
Illegals. Yeah. So My Hero Academia Vigilante and My Hero Academia Illegals is really good. Yeah, he just like a fun little anime of people with not so fun powers or powerless.
Mhm.
You will like this one.
Yeah. Because like his power, he keeps saying like, "Oh, with my power, I could never have been a hero." I'm like, "Yo, like had you gotten to the hero course, they would have trained the fuck out of that power. You would have been slick.
Yeah, you could have been, but
You could have been a great hero with that
because it's
power."
already like upgraded where he can climb the walls now. So,
Yeah, I think that's just like the base power. He still can go up walls. Like as long as he has
oh,
three
he
points of
said that
contact.
before.
Yeah, as long as he has 3 points of contact on anything, he can slide around it. So he can like touch you with his like with 2 fingers and a knee and just like slide around your body.
They could have upgraded that in Hero Academy. I don't know what he's
Yeah,
talking
they would have shit. They would have had your ass dragging boulders, and your ass would have been fast as fuck, boy.
about. Okay.
um,
Uh, so yeah, next I want to talk about Sword of the Demon Hunter. Are you watching this?
Lord of the Demon Hunter. I don't think I've heard of this one.
You okay?
Lord.
So this is an anime that was supposed to be released 2 seasons ago in the fall.
Hmm.
It is about this demon hunter who gets
What is it on? Is it on Crunchy?
look, you keep asking me what's on, and you know how I watch anime. So Sword of the Demon
My
Hunter.
bad, bro. My bad.
Sword of the Demon Hunter is about this guy who in like 18 something something um is a demon fighter. He's fighting demons, and I don't
hmm
know what happened, but the first episode details it is the first episode is an hour long, so it's like 3 episodes in one.
Is it Japanese name Kijin Gintosho?
I don't know. You know I don't know these Japanese names.
Are we trying to watch this anime with you, bro?
It's
Me and
Sword
the rest
of
of
the
the
I
geeks.
keep telling you, Sword of the Demon Hunter.
Me
Supposed
and
to
the
be
rest of
out,
the geeks.
supposed to be out last, I mean 2 seasons ago. It's out now. So and like the first episode is like an hour long. It's about like, I don't know, his sister was a demon and
hmm
his sister did something and then everybody's against, well, something happened where he's now against the sister and the love of his life died. But the thing is, he was implanted with some demon cells or demon arms. So now he's like
hmm
an immortal. So it's him going throughout time. Uh, and like they mentioned 103 years or 120 years. He's going throughout time, fighting demons throughout time, and
hmm
um trying to make it up to when his sister ascends again. So I don't know. It's really good. The action's really good, even though there has to be a lot of action these past 2 episodes. So, but the action's really good. But the storyline is really good. The
You said the
how
action hasn't been that good in these past 2 episodes.
yeah, because there has been a
Oh,
lot of action, like in the first episode. But the
okay.
first episode, it was bloody. It was it was dark because
All
it was
right.
very, very dark. The first episode was very dark. So if that's any precursor to what's coming up later with this dark show, then I am excited. I'm here for it. But the other episodes have been really good as well. So Yeah, Sword of the Demon Hunter.
All right, Sword of the Demon Hunter is on High Dive, y'all.
Mhm.
If you have that, I don't know anyone who has freaking High Dive, but
Yeah. I don't know.
monopolies are bad, but also like having to have different streaming services for everything is also bad.
Mhm. So what else are you watching?
Mm, all right, and now we get into like my lower stakes stuff.
Oh, no.
I have Guilty Gear on my list, and I've seen the first 2 episodes of Guilty Gear. The only reason I started watching this one is because I was a fan of a Guilty Gear game a while back.
Mm.
And it's okay so far. Like it's about this kid who so in this world there are humans and there are like demons or something. Um a long time ago there was this big war where people created these like demons to help them fight in the war. The war ended, the demons went out of control. Now they have to fight the demons.
Hmm.
Uh, so a human and a demon fell in love and got married and got together and had a baby. And I think that's like part of the original plot of like the original Guilty Gear plot. And now this Guilty Gear Strive Dual Rulers is about the son of that couple who got together. Because that couple was attacked, they got frozen in ice or something like that. And so now the main character and this other guy named Saul, bad guy, who y'all might remember from the Guilty Gear series, they're like running around. He's running around trying to keep the kids safe and figure out how to get the kingdom back. It's a lot of like powers and magic and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
here you might like it.
Yeah, I might like it. Is
Mhm.
is a lot of action?
Yeah, a lot of action, a lot of action.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Um, this one is probably on my lower tiers. I might let this one go.
Mm.
Um, but it's called Your Forma.
Your
Uh,
Forma. What is that about?
so it's about this really, really smart detective and her robot companion. They are investigating a murder where the robots have the three laws, and
Hmm.
one of the robots does something and outside the laws that he's not supposed to do. It's about their investigation.
Mm.
It's pretty good if you like those shows like what's the one show that they could see I forgot the one show. Uh is it Parasite Eve or
Mm.
Ghost in the Shell or anyway, it's good if you like shows like this. There's not a lot of action. It's kind of slow and it's a mystery type of thing. But I'm thinking I may let this go. I'm gonna watch this last episode and then I may let this one go.
Hmm. All right, we got to wrap this up soon, Jerry. We about to. Oh no, we just hit an hour and a half mark,
Hmm.
but we still got to wrap this up soon. We hit an hour and a half mark. Uh, all right,
I still I
I'm gonna
still
give
got two more.
I'm gonna give the last ones on my list that I haven't started watching that it might get dropped in, and I'm just gonna name them. We got Witch Watch, we got The Unaware Atelier Meister, we got Compass 2.0, and The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows. Those are the last four anime that I'm gonna give a shot this anime season.
The Brilliant Killers
New
New.
Life in the Shadows.
Okay, so you said Witch Watch.
Hmm.
Because I have to write this down so that we can
Fair
talk
enough.
about if you actually watch it.
Yeah.
Brilliant Healer.
The Unaware Atelier Meister and Compass 2.0.
Okay. All right. So another show that I'm watching is To Be Hero X. Now, granted, I know I said I'm gonna watch everything. I haven't been watching this one as much because when I looked, it was only the first episode, but I have all the other episodes downloaded. This is anime series where they delve into different types of anime styles, a la um, Spider-Man, the
Hmm.
Spider-Man cartoon
Mhm.
that was just released. But apparently, in this world, heroes are outsourced by companies,
Hmm.
and the hero dies by suicide. And the person who finds him is this low level, website guy. And then they say, well, you look like the hero. Why don't you just do it? And yeah, it looks really, really good. And especially good how they are animating and doing all of the stuff with it. I cannot wait to watch the other two episodes. Just that with this silly
Okay.
job, I do not have the time to yet. But
To be Hero X.
To Be Hero X. And it's another Chinese one.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Look at you, Jared.
I know, I know.
More Asian by the day.
I know. And the last one, the last anime. Why are you looking at me like that?
Go ahead.
The last anime I want to shout out is called Kowloon Generic Romance.
What?
Yes, what is this? This is one I make sure I watch every week. This is so something is happening. It's another mystery. There's no action in it, but something weird is going on because this girl does not remember having a romance with this guy who is her new coworker, but the guy
Mm.
is remembering her. And
Mhm.
there's this floating pyramid diamond thing in the sky
Mhm.
that's really weird that they haven't talked about yet. And it's showing little I know that the previews for the TV show for the anime was showing
Mhm.
some flash forwards or flash sideways into another world where like everything was broken and destitute. So
Mhm.
I am very excited. Oh, and there's this gay man who's a makeup artist and
Hmm.
kissing everybody. So I'm really
It's
confused.
got everything you love.
You got everything I love. And all the things I want in it. So I'm really confused. I'm really, really am excited for Kowloon Generic Romance. But the creator said that they would like for this to be watched alongside of their live action movie, which comes out in August. So, yeah. And
Okay.
then there you have it, our picks for the 2025 anime season.
Nice.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff to watch. This is Jared. I was thinking about this, and I was telling my girl about this. This anime season is sizing up to be a fucking banger.
Mhm.
Like everything is good. Like everything I've watched
Everything.
so far has been like great.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
even like Guilty Gear, I've watched a episode or a couple of episodes of, and it hasn't been like as amazing as some of like the AAA anime, but it was still pretty good. It still held its own. And
Hmm.
this is what I've been missing the past like 2-3 seasons. We've been like, oh, anime's not hitting like it used to.
Yeah.
Getting 1 or 2 good anime out of a season. This is
Uh-huh.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Everything is good. Everything is standing on its own 2 feet. Man, this is gonna be a great season. I'm so excited.
I'm
I feel
excited
like I'm
too.
talking about sports.
Yeah. So Demarcus, unfortunately, my phone has been downstairs this whole time. So
Mhm.
do we have a question today? I do have a question for you.
Mm,
Now I don't know who sent it though, because
mm,
I don't have my phone.
mm,
But their question was, hey Jared, I love the show, blah, 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 blah.
mhm.
And he was like, I wonder if along the lines of your shapeshifter question to the Marcus that you did a while ago, can you ask him another question concerning three mutants? And those mutants are, well, his question is, can you tell me the difference between Cable,
Uh-huh.
Nate Gray, and Strife?
Cable, Nate, Gray, and Strife.
Hmm.
Mysterious question asker. Absolutely cannot. I can tell you, um, Cable is the isn't Cable's name Nathaniel? No, his name is Nathaniel Summers.
Which is Nate Gray.
Who?
Yeah, Daniel.
Okay,
Okay,
and
so
Nate Gray is Cable if Cyclops was a deadbeat dad, I guess.
okay,
I don't know. I'm gonna ask some questions here because I don't know. I don't know the difference between these people.
wow. Okay,
I've heard of Strife.
so
I,
do you know that these are three different people?
I assume they're 3 different people because of the way the question is posed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So Cable
Mhm.
is the son of Scott Summers and Madeline Gray, like Madeline Pryor, the
Mhm.
Goblin Queen,
And they got married and had cable.
and had cable. Yes.
Okay.
So that's the main universe cable.
Mhm.
Nate Gray is an alternative dimension son of Scott Summers and Jean Grey
Mhm.
when they had their child.
Mhm.
And Strife is the genetic manipulation of Scott Summers and Jean Grey in the Age of Apocalypse timeline.
Mm.
So yeah. Um of course with Nate, he's like the most powerful. He has like Jesus level power because
Mm.
half of his strength isn't to fighting the little cybernetic whatever's going on with Cable and Strife.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's basically the difference.
Mm.
In
Interesting.
the comics, Cable, well, we all know Cable, the time
Mhm.
jumper. Nate, in the comics, he's been portrayed as aloof at times,
Mhm.
somebody who has a god complex at times, and now he isn't in the comic books.
Mm.
Uh, and Strife has been a follower and a antagonist of Magneto, not Magneto, Apocalypse,
Mhm.
and a villain to Cable and the X Men.
Yeah. That the only yeah, I knew Strife as like some arm of Apocalypse, one of the four horsemen at some point, but that's about it. Like I didn't know him in connection to the Scott into the Summers Gray lineage.
Yeah,
Hmm,
yeah. All right, that's
crazy.
that's our podcast. You can follow us on social media. I'll link the stuff at the bottom. The Marcus, we also have a Patreon, and it's $3 a month.
10 cents a day.
Yeah, and to get that $3 a month, you gotta subscribe on the website. If not, then Apple is going to charge you 450.
Because
So
they got to get theirs too.
yeah, because they charge more for some reason. So
Because they got to get theirs. They say we're giving you the platform on which to, um, you know, host your stuff, and either the podcast is gonna pay us that dollar per subscriber per platform usage, or the subscriber's gonna pay it. And
we ain't gonna pay it.
just go to the Patreon website, y'all. Just go to the Patreon
Yeah,
website.
we ain't
Get it
gonna
for
pay
the
it.
get it for the three ski.
All right, Demarcus, are there any final words on today's episode?
Man, I've said it a lot on this episode, but this season of anime is going to be great, y'all. Tune in. Tell us in the comments. Tell us what anime you're watching. Tell us what you're going to watch with us. What stuff you don't want to watch. Tell us what you're going to watch that we missed, that we're not that we didn't mention on this episode, because we might watch it and we might talk about it later.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this season of anime. It's going to be so great. I'm going to have to like make more time to like do my anime Saturdays because I had kind of fallen off because anime just wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, I'm ready for my anime Saturdays again, where I spend like the first 4 hours of my day just like watching anime.
Hmm. Hmm. All right. All right. If that's it, we'll see you next time on Black, Black Geek Energy.
BG out. And I'm worried about you after that.